What's going on, everyone? This is Jay from Premier Gaming Entertainment, and I'm here to bring to you this week's predictions video for Week 5 for our game this week versus Nebraska. And before I get started, leave me a comment in the comment section below. Let me know how you feel about this game. Are you a little bit nervous about it? Do you think that Michigan will easily cover and win the game easily? Or do you think it's going to be a tight game? Do you think we're going to win? Do you think we're going to lose? Let me know how you feel in the comment section below. Personally, myself, this game kind of concerns me, and it's strange. If we were talking about this game at the beginning of the season, I wouldn't have been too concerned about it. It would have been one of those games where it was pretty much a foregone conclusion that we were going to win. And then even after the first week, I definitely would have, not been concerned about it. But going into this game, I have some concerns about it. And, for the most part, historically, road games at night have not been too kind to Michigan. So that's why I have somewhat of a concern about that. And also, us going into a bye week after coming off of, a high of a big victory, on the road in a place, in an environment that we hadn't won in 20 years. So we were dealing with this high of getting that victory. And then now coming in to go, on the road and play a Nebraska team that is not as bad as what people think. So this is a team that's lost, a few games, but the games have been close. Including losing a real close game, to Oklahoma. They really should have won that Michigan State game if it weren't for probably one of the worst punts I've ever seen in my life. So this Nebraska team could easily be, with a couple of losses left, they could have been like, 4-2 or 5-1 even. So this is not a game to take lightly at all. And just breaking things down, they have one aspect that I think is going to be a real serious concern. And we saw, this come to pass in the Rutgers game, in the second half where they went to basically a read option offense completely and solely. And what happened is, it was as though the defense was confused about that. Now, some of that had to do with, Josh Ross getting injured and, the defense not necessarily playing the same while he was out, which is another huge concern, because what if he does get hurt? You don't want to see your whole defense collapse and be, on its heels like it was in that Rutgers game just because he went out. So hopefully that got addressed, and we can get better play from whoever his backup is, so that doesn't happen ever again. But Adrian Martinez, and I swear to God, how old is that guy? I promise you, I swear that he was a freshman when Harbaugh took the job at Michigan. I could be wrong about that. I didn't look it up. But God, he seems like he's been at Nebraska that long. So I don't know. But anyways, based off of that Rutgers game, if they haven't sorted that out and they didn't do anything to fix that issue for the defense, he is the type of quarterback that could give us problems. Because he's a much more of a threat with both his arm and his legs than Vedral was for Rutgers. So he's the type of guy that if he just gets and he makes one move and makes one guy miss, he could easily take it to the house. So as a defense as a whole, we definitely have to be as disciplined as possible. We got to contain him, force him to beat us from the pocket. And if we do, if we don't allow any long runs from the quarterback, we don't allow him to scramble, and we just make him a pocket passer, I definitely feel as though our defense, especially our edge rushers, will be able to get home. And if that happens, it's going to be a long day for them. So that's going to be one of the biggest keys, especially on the defensive end, is being able to contain Adrian Martinez. Keep him in the pocket. Don't allow him to run. Watch him on the design quarterback runs. Hopefully we've figured out whatever it was that we had an issue with the read option and nip that in the bud as well. Now, on the offensive end, hopefully we can get that running game going again. For the last 2 games, we've only rushed for 112 yards. And while it was enough, obviously, to get the victories, we have to be able to establish the run and pick it up again. The consensus out there and the rumor out there is that, we can run against non-conference foes, but the second that we get into the Big Ten, we can't run the football anymore. I don't think that's the case, but it would be good in this game to prove everybody wrong and show that we can run the football in the Big Ten, as well as show everybody that we can throw the football as well. What I'm looking for is a game with more balance. It's great to run for 370 yards, but if you're only throwing for like 90 yards, that's no good. So I'd like to see a better balance. Maybe like 250 each if you can. But that's going to be the goal for the game. Like I said, it'd be nice for us to get back to running the football at the rate that we were before. Because the way this team is designed, as long as because we haven't, for people that don't know, we haven't trailed at all for this whole entire season. We've been playing ahead for the whole year. And once you play ahead and you get ahead and you can allow your defense to play with a lead, it's so much different than playing from behind or playing even. You can take more chances. You can be more aggressive. So, especially with us being on the road and playing in a hostile environment, especially it being a night game, we got to get off to a good start. We have to get off to a fast start. We have to get the lead early, and just from getting the lead early, just lean on these guys. Get pressure, contain, have the line confuse, have Martinez not knowing where the pressure is going to be coming from, and just making him so confused that he isn't allowed to do, the things that make him successful. So that's going to be the keys to this game. My prediction is I still think that we're going to come up with the W. I think it's going to be... Nebraska has a decent defense, so I'm going to say 28-14 is going to be the final. Either 28-14 or 31-14, somewhere around there. I think that's going to be the final. I think that we're going to establish the running game again. It's not going to be obviously as good as it was for the first 3 games, but it's going to be somewhere in between. I think that we're going to get a good rhythm going with the running game and, be decent with the passing game. The passing game, if we're going to keep our identity as far as being a running team, the passing game has to hold them honest. So, more play action stuff, double moves, I mean, obviously we can't pull off the flea flicker again, but to be honest with you, I didn't even know that was in our arsenal. So when I saw that, I was amazed. But just trick plays, plays that will keep them on their toes. At least they should at least try a jet sweep at least once or twice a half, and they also have to try taking shots down the field as well. You got to keep the defense honest. If the defense thinks that everything is just going to be within a 10 to 20 yard radius, then they can load up the box. They can run downhill towards the line of scrimmage. All that is no good as far as being able to to do something with any type of strategy. You have to be able to have these guys off guard. Can't have them sitting there expecting us to run up the middle or expecting us to run to the left or a little bit off tackle. You got to have them wondering whether we're going to run, whether we're going to pass, whether it's going to be play action. All that has to come into factor. So, like I said, I think this game is going to be, I would say, 31-10 Michigan. It's going to be close at first, but as the game goes on and we continue to run the football, we're going to wear on them and spread out the lead and eventually comes to that result. So, it's the sky's the limit for this team. We're 5-0. Hopefully we can get to 6-0 after we get this victory on Saturday, going into the bye week. So we'll have an opportunity to do what we need to do on improvement week, and again, and get ready for Northwestern the following week. So, anyways, that's it for the video. Thank you for watching. Please leave a like on the video if you liked the video. It definitely helps out my channel. I really appreciate anyone that does like the video. Thank you. Leave me a comment in the comment section below. Do you think we're going to win the game? You think it's going to be a struggle? Let me know how you feel in the comment section below. Try to share this video with as many people as possible to get the word out there, get my video out there, get the discussion going as far as Michigan football goes. And if you like my content, definitely subscribe to the channel as well. Anyways, thank you for watching the video, and as always, go blue.